Hola, estudiantes. Profe Fenner here. Crazy times we're living in. As you know, the college has switched to online format, and so we are following suit. The remainder of this course will be taught, your Spanish 201 course will be taught in the online format. Now, you remember the very first week of class, the very first day, I laid out that this class would be composed of three components: face-to-face lectures, OAKS, and VHL Supersite. Obviously, face-to-face lectures have been removed from the equation, so we will continue this course using OAKS and VHL Supersite. Now, what I have here, and I'm viewing this as a student, as if you were to view it, this is our course, and we are going to heavily rely on OAKS. I have a list of things I need to talk about here. We are going to, and I will update you through email, everything, we are going to basically do a short reboot of chapter 11, El Carro y la Tecnología. Now, how is that going to work? When you come into your course here, you're going to go to content, and I'll talk about this course page in 1 second. I'll be using this announcements bar very frequently now, as well as email. You go to content, and down here underneath the online class, which most of you did, you will see the module for lesson 11, Lección 11. In Lección 11, and this is it expanded, this is the expanded view, I have here, and I will have for each, both lesson 11 and luckily our last chapter, lesson 12, a checklist. This is everything you need to take care of. I've got it laid out right here in order to complete the module. This class will not be taught in a synchronous manner, meaning we get on Zoom or whatever else it is and meet at normal class time, but it will be taught in an asynchronous manner, meaning here is all the material, here are your due dates, you must get it done before the due date. I will be very strict, very strict about due dates. You have plenty of time. In fact, I assume most of you are at home or away from the public. You have plenty of time to do this. I will still teach you Spanish. This just going to be a lot more responsibility on your part. So here is our checklist right here. For example, on OAKS, and I have it all laid out in order right here. So download and fill out the lesson 11 vocab list. Even if you have already done that, do it again. I can see who downloads it. Do it again. I can see who completes every task, and I will be assigning participation grades based on such. Complete the prueba de vocabulario. It has a due date. And we'll talk about where that pops up. I will remind you, but I'll talk about where that pops up and how to recognize that soon. But we can see that's due March 26th in 3 days. You see that it's due at 4 p.m. On the day that anything is due, a vocabulary quiz, a grammar quiz, an exam, etc., basically your new class time is 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. I've created the entire day to give you so much time to log in and complete the short task within that time frame, because I understand, might have stuff to do, but that is how it will. It's sort of a blended synchronous and asynchronous format there. But you can log in at 8 a.m. and do it. You can log in at 3:50 and do it. Doesn't matter to me as long as it's done by 4 p.m., between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. So there's the due dates there. Here's all our PowerPoints and grammar content for lesson 11. You'll need to go in and look and view each of those. Here's the prueba de gramática, also due in 3 days. So you'll need to go ahead and get a jump on reviewing here. And then finally, here is the study guide for the Lesson 11 exam and the Lesson 11 exam due March 31st at 4 p.m., starting at 8 a.m. on that day. And again, here is the rundown, the checklist. VHL will continue as usual. I'm going to be pushing back some of the Lesson 12 assignments because I believe we have some, according to the syllabus right now, and that's still based on the old calendar. We have some due the 26th. I'm going to push those back so we can get done, get rebooted with lesson 11, then start our last chapter, lesson 12. So right here, this is going to be very important. right here, help discussion boards. I put it right above all the chapters here. Help discussion boards. I have a technical questions discussion board and a module specific discussion board, meaning lesson specific discussion board. Please refrain from, if you have a simple question, automatically emailing me, as I am inundated with emails right now, as you can probably imagine, with 130 so students. If you have a technical question on why is VHL not loading, or do I need a microphone for this, or whatever it may be, post in the technical questions discussion board, and you all are encouraged to answer your students there, answer your friends. Same thing with module specific discussion boards. Please reference the lesson that you're talking about. Maybe you have a POR and PARA question. Say, is POR for exchanges or is that PARA? Post that question. Someone will answer you, and you're encouraged to answer questions that you see on there. If you know the correct answer, I encourage you to do so. Beyond that, let's see here. Yeah, let's go back out here to course home, and you guys can all see this, obviously. Here are your upcoming events right here. So this tells you what is due, what's starting. This is going to be very, very, very important right here, as will the announcements and news. I will still be assigning a homework grade from VHL, but there'll be some new grades, obviously, because we've had to switch into the online format that will go into the grade book. Grammar quizzes, vocab quizzes, these sort of things, just to ensure that we're still getting the practice. Now we're doing a quick reboot of Chapter 11. In Chapter 12, I will be utilizing a program called Flipgrid, and I'm sure some of you have already used that, but that's how we're going to maintain our speaking and really, really refine as much as we possibly can here in the last part of the semester what we've learned in terms of speaking. I will update you accordingly, but really and truly, let's see here. Checklist, yeah, we've shifted to online. Please complete the modules. You have all the information necessary. Post in the technical discussion boards. And if you truly have a question that cannot be answered any other way, feel free to email me. I'll be getting back to you about office hours. I will be holding office hours. I'm devising a plan for that in terms of questions for grammar, etc. Stay safe and wash your hands. Adios.